Rockstar just announced 2 editions of GTA 6, and within 48 hours, the entire gaming community split in half. Standard Edition at $80, Ultimate Edition at $100, $20 between them. And depending on which corner of the internet you were in, that gap was either a fair deal or proof that Rockstar is bleeding its own fan base dry on the most anticipated game release in a generation. Both sides have arguments. Both sides have blind spots. So here's what this video is going to do. Lay out exactly what's in each edition, explain what you're actually missing if you go standard, and give you a straight answer on whether the upgrade is worth it based on how you actually play. No hype, no agenda. Let's get into it. First, the numbers. The Standard Edition is $79.999. That's already a $10 jump over the $70 price point that became the current gen standard a few years back. The Ultimate Edition sits at $99.99. So before you even get to the edition debate, you're looking at a base game more expensive than anything Rockstar has ever shipped. That's the context nobody wants to sit with, but it matters. Now, the Standard Edition is the complete GTA 6 experience. Full story, full map, full access to Jason and Lucia's entire journey across Leonida and Vice City. You are not buying a stripped-down version of the game. The entire narrative Rockstar spent years building is yours at the base price. That's worth stating clearly because some players saw Ultimate Edition and immediately assumed the base game would feel unfinished without it. It doesn't. The story is the story, and Rockstar hasn't carved pieces out of it to sell back to you. But here's where it gets more complicated. The Ultimate Edition doesn't just drop a bag of cosmetics into your inventory and call it a day. According to Rockstar, the exclusive content is woven into the world itself, unlocking progressively as you move through the narrative. New items open behind different chapters. The intent is that the premium content feels like part of the experience rather than a decorative layer bolted on top of it. Whether Rockstar actually pulls that off is something we won't know until November 19th. But the design philosophy is at least more interesting than what we usually get from deluxe editions. So let's go through what the $20 actually buys you. On vehicles, the headline piece is the 1995 Grotti Cheetah. If you know your GTA history, Grotti is the game's fictional Ferrari stand-in, and the Cheetah here is Rockstar's interpretation of the Testarossa era. Low body, broad rear profile, side intakes built for coastal roads. It's exclusively tied to the Ultimate Edition and unlocks later in the story, which makes sense given that Rockstar positioned it as something that arrives during the later stage action rather than handing it to you at the start. Beyond the Cheetah, the vehicle list includes a Dinka Enduro motorcycle in military livery, a Nagasaki Carbon RS sport bike, a Western Sovereign chopper, and a Shih Tzu Squalo boat. 5 exclusive vehicles in total. Some outlets have described this as a full fleet, which is a bit of a stretch. It's a selection. But for players who genuinely care about having rare hardware that most people in the lobby won't have access to, 5 exclusive vehicles is real, tangible value. The weapons are where things get more interesting. The Ultimate Edition includes matching Morgan revolvers, 1 built around Jason, 1 around Lucia, with palm tree etched grips and engraved detailing sourced from the Vecchetti estate. The serial numbers on the guns are actually references to the original release dates of GTA Vice City and Vice City Stories, which is the kind of detail that goes beyond cosmetic. That's fan service with craft behind it. You also get personalized variants of the Girardi ES9 for Jason and the Close K17 for Lucia, plus a tropical weapon pattern applicable across most firearms. None of this changes how the game plays mechanically. But for players who care about presentation, who want their loadout to tell a story, these are genuinely distinctive items and not generic bonus weapons with a recolor. If you want to keep up with every GTA 6 breakdown between now and launch, subscribe. We're covering this every week and there's a lot of ground left to cover before November. Now here's the part the community has been loudest about: the exclusive businesses and gameplay content. The Ultimate Edition unlocks 5 exclusive in-game stores, including a hair salon with Jason facial hair options and Lucia makeup options that Standard Edition players simply won't have access to. And then there are 2 exclusive side missions baked into the package. Those are real gameplay content. Not cosmetics, not a vehicle skin, actual missions. This is where the scummy comments started flooding in, and it's a fair criticism. The principle of locking any story-adjacent content behind a premium edition is something players have pushed back against across the industry for years. 2 side missions isn't a massive portion of a Rockstar game that will likely run 40 to 60 hours. But the fact that Standard Edition players are categorically excluded from them is a real point of friction, and pretending otherwise doesn't help anyone make an informed decision. What does help is knowing this. Rockstar has confirmed that Standard Edition buyers can purchase the Ultimate Edition upgrade separately at any point after launch. You are not permanently locked out if you start cheap. That takes the urgency off the decision in a way that matters. If you play the game, fall in love with it, and find yourself wanting the extra content after 30 hours, the door is open. You're not punished for waiting. So who should actually buy each edition? If you're the type of player who buys Rockstar games for the story, who bought Red Dead Redemption 2 to experience the writing, the world building, the characters, and the atmosphere, and who doesn't spend much time thinking about which specific cars or weapons you're carrying, the Standard Edition is correct for you. You will have the complete narrative experience. You'll explore the same map. You'll have the same emotional beats at the same moments as anyone who paid $100. The premium extras are not calling to you, so don't pay for them. If you're the player who logs 300 hours into GTA Online, who cares deeply about standing out in a session, who gets genuine enjoyment from having rare vehicles and exclusive cosmetics that the average player doesn't have, the Ultimate Edition is a reasonable call. $20 for 5 exclusive vehicles, Morgan revolvers with real lore behind them, multiple exclusive shops, and 2 additional side missions compares favorably to the Impulse DLC purchases most of us have made without a second thought. The group the decision is hardest for is the middle. Players who will run the story once, enjoy it, dip into online for a few weeks, and then move on until the next big update. For that type of player, the honest answer is to go standard and buy the upgrade later if you find yourself getting deep into the world. Rockstar built that exit ramp intentionally, so there's no reason not to use it. There's a wider conversation worth having here though, because the edition structure doesn't exist in a vacuum. GTA 6 is the most anticipated game of the last decade. The trailer that dropped in December 2023 broke YouTube records. The community has been tracking every leak, every screenshot, and every rumor for years. And the game is now launching with no physical disc anywhere in the lineup. Just a download code in a box for both standard and physical buyers, at a price that exceeds anything Rockstar has charged before. The Ultimate Edition pushes the ceiling to $100. There's no collector's edition, no steelbook, no physical map of Leonida. For players who have been waiting since 2022, following every development closely, there's a tolerance built up. For someone who just found out GTA 6 drops in November and walked onto the PlayStation Store, the pricing structure requires a second look. What's harder to criticize is how Rockstar structured the content split itself. They didn't hollow out the base game to fill the premium tier. The story is whole, the world is whole. They built an additional layer and charged $20 for it. That's a different conversation from shipping an incomplete game and selling the rest as DLC, which is a practice the industry has actually done. The foundation here is solid, regardless of which edition you choose. The verdict is cleaner than the debate suggests. If the 1995 Grotty Cheetah, the Morgan revolvers with Vice City history etched into them, the 5 exclusive shops and the 2 side missions sound like things you'll genuinely engage with, $100 for GTA 6 on day 1 is defensible. These aren't throwaway bonuses. Rockstar put real design attention into the exclusive content, and you can see that in the detail on the weapons alone. If those things don't move you, pay $80, play the same core game as everyone else, and circle back to the upgrade if online pulls you in deeper than expected. You're not missing the game, you're missing the layer on top of it. Either way, November 19th is set. Whatever edition you land on, you're getting the most detailed open world Rockstar has ever built, set across Vice City and Leonida in a game that has reportedly cost more to develop than any title in gaming history. Whether it earns that reputation is a question only the game itself gets to answer. The edition question, though, you can put to rest right now. YouTube's already picked your next one.